Welcome to the Missouri State University West Plains Class of 2020 Commencement Program.
Good morning. I am Dr. Dennis Lancaster, Chancellor. On behalf of the Missouri State University Board of Governors, Missouri State University President Cliff Smart, and the entire faculty and staff at the West Plains campus, welcome to the 30th commencement for the West Plains campus of Missouri State University. This morning, we will award associate degrees to a total of 253 students. At the conclusion of this ceremony, Missouri State University West Plains will have graduated a total of 6,024 students. In addition, 65 students will receive degrees from Missouri State University Springfield's outreach programs here on the West Plains campus. The students are candidates for the bachelor's and master's degree programs offered locally by the Missouri State University system. Please know, while we recognize that this is not the ceremony that we all hoped could take place, we are proud of you for finishing strong, even when classes were moved online during the spring semester. Today, we are marking this important milestone by celebrating your resiliency and recognizing your accomplishments in this virtual ceremony. Let me also speak to all of you parents, grandparents, and other family members and friends of our graduates. Thank you for all you've done to support your graduate during these difficult days. Although these past few months have been challenging, your graduate is today being recognized for being successful in meeting those challenges. That, ladies and gentlemen, is no small achievement. And I know, because I've been there too, that they could not have done that without each of you standing behind them, nudging them forward, encouraging them, and going above and beyond your normal routine to help them, perhaps even to just survive. But they have done more than just survive. They have excelled. For all of that, I thank you. And graduates, I urge you to turn, even now, in this virtual setting, to say thank you to those around you who helped make this special day a reality.
On behalf of the Missouri State University Board of Governors, it is my pleasure to congratulate each of you graduating students. Every graduation comment I have ever heard has talked about that you are here at the time of greatest change. In my mind, there is no time in American history that has had more change within 1 year that you all have experienced in the last year. You have survived an economic decline. You have survived an international pandemic. You have discovered that you too can be virtually talented because after your spring break, that is when you became a virtual campus. And the board recognizes the extreme challenge that this has provided to you as you complete your college requirements. Congratulations. There are a number of individuals that have made an important difference in my life. And I would share those individuals with you because they represent society as it now exists in my mind. And that is one of great challenge. But more importantly, and more specifically, it is one of great diversity. And it is a time that I see all of the cultures and all of the races blending. Years ago, I thought that I would see a time when my brown skin was the same color as everyone else's. That time of diversity has not quite been achieved, but it certainly is in progress. And therefore, one of the individuals to whom I would refer you is Maya Angelou, an African-American writer who I think represents what we are all about in higher education, and especially at Missouri State University, when she said, "People forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." While we have taught you academics, we have taught technology, we have had individuals who mentored you through your college career, the bottom line is, it is how you have related to those individuals and how they have related to you that is, I think, the most important quality that you can carry as you enter your professional career. My father, who was a white male educator, said, "Carol, you can go anywhere that you want to go in the world from the Bryant River." Now, if you do not know, the Bryant River is slightly to our west. It flows into the Mississippi, into the Gulf of Mexico, and then ultimately to the oceans. This university has prepared you to be able to perform successfully and with great talent and professionalism anywhere in the world. You have the technological expertise, you have the academic and skill preparation. The added necessary quality is that you have a goal and a sense of mission as to what you want to do with your education. Wilma Mankiller, the chief of the Cherokee Nation, said, "I will define myself and not let anybody else define who I am." As you take the scroll and you walk out or continue your professional career, let you determine what you do and the impact that you will make. Make it something that is satisfying and worthwhile to you. Jerry Yang, who was one of the creators of Yahoo, said, and you'll discover this to be so true, "The biggest struggle is giving up something that you've done for 5 or 6 years. Before March, you very well have been somewhat talented technologically, but now you are a graduate of technology. Before your college career, you may have had an empathy to be the best nurse or the best teacher or the best accountant that you could be. But now you really are at that point where you can become that perfect professional who utilizes all the skills that you have been instructed to develop. As you leave these places with either an associate, a bachelor's, or a master's degree, Martin Luther King said, "I have a dream. I have a dream. I have a dream today." Go forth from this facility, this virtual facility, and do the best that you can be. Do the best professional job that you could possibly perform. Cause those individuals to remember you for the way you make them feel, the trust and respect that you give to them, and the civility with which you visit with them and share with them. The Board of Governors of Missouri State University congratulates you on your accomplishment, and we wish you our very best.
Hello, everyone. What interesting times we live in. 4 months ago, the world changed, and the fact that we are doing this event virtually is evidence of just how true that is. So I thought I would begin my reflection with you today by sharing 6 things I've learned in the last 4 months since I began working mostly from home as a result of the coronavirus pandemic. Here goes. First, I learned I like working in an office better than working from home. I'm back today and I like it. I like the office routine, dressing up, The drive-through Starbucks most mornings, my office chair and desk, the spontaneity that can occur with people you unexpectedly interact with. I like having staff to help me, and I like going home and not working at home. Second, I learned that I really like people, almost all people. I miss that personal connection while working from home. Those private conversations and casual interactions that occur when you're out in the community or walking through campus. I miss meeting you today, learning a little about your journey, and celebrating your program completion in person. Third, I've learned that technology really is fabulous. We have gotten some amazing things done through Zoom, Skype, Blackboard, etc. these last 4 months, but it's still not the same as talking to a professor or student one-on-one. Something is just lost. Fourth, I've learned that often communication is the most important thing. Sometimes it's even more important than the actual decisions made because it eliminates uncertainty for people, and uncertainty is scary. We've tried hard to communicate not only decisions, but the rationale behind those decisions, and do it in a timely manner. Fifth, I learned that I have a great team. I knew that, of course, but it has really been driven home these last 4 months. People worked harder and smarter and with real concern for our students and employees than I have ever seen before. I am so proud to be associated with them. And finally, the longer the pandemic goes on, the more I came to realize you cannot live life scared. This virus is a scary disease, but we just can't stop doing the things we love because it exists any more than we should have stopped traveling after 9/11. Living life scared just isn't right for me. It's also important that we not change who we are as people because of the pandemic. I hope I have become more generous, showed more kindness and grace, treated people better, and thought of others more, not less, during the pandemic. I hope you also learned things from this situation the last 4 months, and you still believe your time here was well spent, even if it ended differently than you anticipated. And I hope these circumstances also made you kinder, more generous, more positive, more connected and flexible, and a more caring person who leaves here committed to living life to the fullest. Thank you and congratulations.
At this time, we will confer degrees to candidates receiving master's and bachelor's degrees from Missouri State University Springfield and associate degrees from Missouri State University West Plains. Chancellor Lancaster, these candidates have completed all the requirements for the respective degrees. The faculty of the Missouri State University system are pleased to present them for recognition.
By the authority of the state of Missouri, vested in the Board of Governors and delegated to me, I now recognize your master's degrees, your bachelor's degrees, and your associate degrees earned here at Missouri State University. Congratulations. I wish you every success as you serve humanity in your life's work that lies ahead of you. This university is honored with your accomplishment.
Jeremy Page Atchison, Master of Science in Education, Elementary Education. Abby Clinton, Master of Science, Educational Administration, Elementary Education. David Cockrum, Master of Business Administration. Autumn Kuiper, Master of Science, Early Childhood and Family Development. Nikki Poindexter, Master of Arts in Teaching. Aaron Rigdon, Master of Science in Counseling, Secondary Education. Jennifer Shipley, Master of Science in Counseling, Secondary Education. Brandon Somoza, Master of Arts in Teaching. Dingshuo Strong, Master of Science in Education, Educational Technology. Stacy Toon, Master of Science, Cybersecurity. Joseph Verosi, Master of Business Administration. Kendra Aldridge, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Mackenzie Anderson, Bachelor of Science, Child and Family Development, cum laude. Kayla Andrus, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Caitlin Baker, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Ginger Barnes, Bachelor of Science, General Agriculture. Jody Bell, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Shelby Box, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Kelsey Caldwell, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Shelby Counts, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Emma Davis, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Justin Davis, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Carrie Deckard, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. James Denton, Bachelor of General Studies. Darcy Drake, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, summa cum laude. Sandra Drake, Bachelor of Science, Psychology, magna cum laude. Jordan Edwards, Bachelor of Science, Child and Family Development. Hayden Garrett, Bachelor of Applied Science, General Agriculture. April Dawn Gastineau, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Darby Graham, Bachelor of Science, Hospitality Leadership, General Operations, cum laude. Lindsay Hicks, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Nicholas Hirsch, Bachelor of Science, General Agriculture, summa cum laude. Jacob Hood, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Sherry Howell, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Laura Jenkins, Bachelor of Science, Nursing. Maisha Johnson, Bachelor of Science, Child and Family Development. Christopher Laws, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Micah Lee, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Tracy Mahan, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Jessica Martin, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Robin McDaniel Johnson, Bachelor of General Studies. Teresa McFall, Bachelor of Science, General Business, cum laude. Whitney Miller, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Brooke Mitchell, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. E. Niles, Bachelor of Applied Science, Technology Management. Jesse Ortiz, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Kelly Pace, Bachelor of Science, Nursing, cum laude. Braden Pender, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Rachel Chadwick Peterson, Bachelor of General Studies. Angela Roy, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Amanda Rust, Bachelor of Science and Education, Middle School, Social Science. Robert Dagan Sands, Bachelor of Science, Criminology, cum laude. Mackenzie Simon, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Cassandra Sloniker, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Kiera Smith, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Kendra Stillwell, Bachelor of Science, Psychology. Hannah Tombley, Bachelor of Science in Child and Family Development. Melissa Tomovic, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Sarah Tucker, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Corey Vance, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. Hannah Vines, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Lexi Wagner, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Stephen Wiggs, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education. John Roy Williams, Bachelor of Science, Criminology. Nora Woolsey, Bachelor of Science, Elementary Education, cum laude. Caroline Jo Adams, Associate of Science, Nursing. Kennedy Faith Adams, Associate of Arts Teaching, Elementary Education. Keely Calamity Allen, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Tracy L. Armiger, Associate of Arts, Criminology. Angela Lynn Ashberger, Associate of Applied Science, Business, Accounting, cum laude. Jordan Kenneth Est, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, magna cum laude. Joseph Hayden Ball, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Samantha Lynn Ball, Associate of Arts, General Studies, summa cum laude. Camille Cristini Barbosa de Silva, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Allie B. Barnes, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Shelby Lane Barton, Associate of Applied Science, Technology. Jaden Elizabeth Beasley, Associate of Arts, Teaching, Elementary Education, cum laude. Brandon Adam Beauchamp, Associate of Science, Business, cum laude. Arella Angel Bell, Associate of Arts, Health Professions. Cheyenne Renee Bishop, Associate of Arts, Criminology, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Morgan Lindsay Bledsoe, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming. Nicole Victoria Breakbill, Associate of Arts, Child and Family Development. Mariah Page Braswell, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Michaela Ryan Bristol, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development, cum laude. Amanda Lee Brotherton, Associate of Science, Nursing. Tori Nicole Broyles, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Dustin Jesse Bruce, Associate of Science, Pre-Engineering. Addison Lynn Brunson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Haley Brianna Bunch, Associate of Science, Nursing. Teresa Michelle Cagle, Associate of Science, Nursing. Sadar Kadir Calhoun, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Megan Nicole Cardner, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Emma Nicole Pingleton Carter, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Craig Allen Casey, Associate of Science, Business. Taylor Dawn Chips, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Lana Maria Alicia Church, Associate of Science, Agriculture. Robert Joseph Clubb, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jared Tyler Coatney, Associate of Science, Agriculture, Associate of Science, Business, magna cum laude. Alexander Mason Cochran, Associate of Science, Business. Cheyenne Coleman, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Paula Clarice Coleman, Associate of Arts, Criminology, magna cum laude. Ashley Marie Collins, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Jeffrey Russell Collins, Associate of Applied Science, Technology, Advanced Industrial Maintenance, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Megan LaVon Collins, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Brianne Nicole Combs, Associate of Arts Teaching, Elementary Education. Elizabeth Jane Copeland, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Kaylin Juanita Corbin, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. McKenna Lynn Cornelison, Associate of Arts, General Studies, summa cum laude, DAR Honors Program. Kimberly Dawn Counts, Associate of Science Nursing, cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Chloe Grace Crane, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Carly Jean Crawford, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Demi Lene Alita Creek, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Priscilla Marie Crowell, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kayla B. Dalton, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Andrea Dawn Davis, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, cum laude. Autumn Lee Davis, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Brianna Renee Davis, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Lindsay Michelle Delatorre, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Michaela R. Deeds, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Emma Ray Denton, Associate of Science, Nursing. Ashley Nicole Dilbeck, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Kelsey Lorraine Drager, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Phi Theta Kappa. Lilia Yevgenyevna Dudko, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Summa Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Joshua Patrick Dunn, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Julia Kate Dunning, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Shelley Pauline Durham, Associate of Science, Nursing. Summa Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Allison Leanne Eckert, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Alyssa J. Earhart, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Tyler Logan Elkins, Associate of Science, Business, Magna Cum Laude. Cassandra Lee Enlow, Associate of Applied Science, Business Management, Magna Cum Laude. Jeremy Chase Falterman, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Amanda Jewel Ferris, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Madison Rochelle Fleetwood, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Riley Austin Foreman, Associate of Science, Business, Magna Cum Laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Shayla Grace Foster, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Sydney Deborah Frisbee, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Belinda Renee Gaston, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Phoenix Maria Gaston, Associate of Science, Business, Cum Laude. Olivia K. Granberry, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Phi Theta Kappa. Olivia K. Gray, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Hayden Christopher Green, Associate of Arts, Health Professions, Physical Therapist, Cum Laude. Brianna Nicole Griffin, Associate of Arts, Teaching, Elementary Education, Magna Cum Laude. Angela Dawn Grogan, Associate of Science, Nursing. Hannah Michelle Grogan, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Shandon Joe Gross, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Stephen Alexander Hale, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kara Beth Halford, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Susan Elaine Elizabeth Holler, Associate of Applied Science, Business, Entrepreneurship. Courtney Lane Hargrove, Associate of Science, Business. Abigail Nicole Harris, Associate of Science, Business. Emily Sokol Harrison, Associate of Arts, Teaching, Elementary Education. Sarah Catherine Hathcock, Associate of Science, Nursing, Magna Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Travis B. Hathcock, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming, Cum Laude. Jet M. Haven, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jolene K. Hayes, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Devin Austin Michael Hedden, Associate of Science, Business. Jensen Elise Heidi, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Lindsay Vay Henderson, Associate of Arts, Teaching, Elementary Education, Cum Laude. Kaylin Shea Henry, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Courtney Jean Hensley, Associate of Applied Science, Business Management. Krista Lynn Henson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Angelina Michelle Harold, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Samson Russell Hershenson, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Marie Adeline Hicks, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jordan Ray Henricks, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Christian Paul Hirsch, Associate of Science, Agriculture, Magna Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Kirk R. Hoffman, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, Summa Cum Laude. Miranda Elaine Hogan, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Chloe Elizabeth Howell, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Summa Cum Laude. Jace D. Hutzel, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Gabriel D. Ivans, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Lauren Marissa Jett, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Michael James Jewell, Associate of Applied Science, Business Accounting, Magna Cum Laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Israel Jimenez, Associate of Science, Business, Cum Laude. Christopher James Johnson, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming, Game Development. Isabel C. Johnson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kaylee Jo Johnson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Maisha Renee Johnson, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Corey Lee Jones, Associate of Science, Nursing. Quentin Elijah Jones, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Michelle Lindsay Kassoff, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Brett Kelly, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Avery Lauren Kinslow, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Haley Jo Kernodle, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Megan Dawn Ella King, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Zachary Lee King, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Michael Dale Knapp, Associate of Science, Agriculture. Taylor Renee Kanoki, Associate of Science, Nursing. Brianna Hope Lane, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Courtney Logan Lashley, Associate of Arts, Health Professions, Radiographer. Justin DeMarc Law, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Isaac Austin Lee, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jaden Rochelle Leonarducci, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Mary Elizabeth Leakty, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kaylee Nicole Liley, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Jim Listiped, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Sean Douglas Loffridge, Associate of Science, Agriculture. Madison Lynn Luna, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Nicholas Shinaro Makia, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Brandy Faye Mace, Associate of Science, Agriculture. Tila Canley Mahan, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, Summa Cum Laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Darcy Blair Main Prize, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Howard E. Main Prize, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Cecilia Christine Mikowski, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Kyle Lee Martin, Associate of Science, Pre-Engineering. Mary Page Marty, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Micah Brent McKeemy, Associate of Applied Science, Law Enforcement. Alan Michael McKenzie, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Richard James McLean, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Melody Beth Meeks, Associate of Arts, Teaching, Elementary Education, Cum Laude. Alexis Lee Merritt, Associate of Science, Business. Michelle Danielle McKell, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jacob Randall Miller, Associate of Science, Business. Tolankwa Leroy Miller, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming. Elizabeth M. Mitchell, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Emmett Wesley Monks, Associate of Science, Pre-Engineering. Crystal Marie Moore, Associate of Science, Nursing. Emily Kirsten Moore, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Alexis Rochelle Morgan, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Tristan Ray Morgan, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Summa Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Mary Yambura Mugeki, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Barbara M. Mushjan, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Alexis Nicole Neal, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Kimberly Denise Haney Oaks, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Caitlin Oberneufferman, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Madison Renee O'Connor, Associate of Science, Nursing, Magna Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Jason A. Orr, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Devin Riley Osborne, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Jason Tyler Osborne, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Ambrosia Dawn Palmer, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Summa Cum Laude, DAR Honors Program. Associate of Arts, Health Professions. Destiny Nicole Patterson, Associate of Science, Business. Cynthia Bernice Peak, Associate of Science, Business, Cum Laude. Stephanie Lynn Marie Pierce, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Alex Fitzgerald Peterson, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Jonathan Kevin Petrosky, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming, Cum Laude. Shania Renee Phillips, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Graphics and Programming. Kylie Pinkleton, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Amanda Nicole Passell, Associate of Science, Nursing. Bailey Page Priest, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Marina Vladimirovna Protensenko, Associate of Arts, Health Professions, Physician's Assistant, Summa Cum Laude. Melissa G. Pruitt, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Erica Nicole Puckett, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Ronald William Queen, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Michael Patrick Rainwater, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Rachel R. Randolph, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Ray, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Jessica Marie Rhodes, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Magna Cum Laude. Robin N. Rhodes, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Tisha Lynn Richmond, Associate of Science, Agriculture, Magna Cum Laude. Erin Dawn Reisner, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Madison Marie Roberts, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Bucky John Rodriguez, Associate of Science, Nursing, Cum Laude. Paige Lynette Rollins, Associate of Arts, Health Profession, Occupational Therapist, Cum Laude. Renee Dawn Roper, Associate of Science, Nursing, Magna Cum Laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Kiana Lee Rothermich, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, Magna Cum Laude. Taylor Renee Rothermich, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Michaelan Deshay Roy, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education, Magna Cum Laude. Josh Seth Rutledge, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Cum Laude. Emily Ryan, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Dalton James Sanders, Associate of Science, Agriculture, Magna Cum Laude. Lane Michelle Schloman, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Sarah Ashley Schultz, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Delaney Cheyenne Schwartz, Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu. Dallas Ray Schweighauser, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Madison Ann Shaw, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Braylon Page Shelton, Associate of Science, Agriculture, cum laude. Bethany Ann Schroed, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Michaela Nicole Silva, Associate of Science, Agriculture, cum laude. Corey Wayne Simmons, Associate of Science, Nursing. Alexandra Christine Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development. Hannah Lynn Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology. Taylor Ann Smith, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Tiffany Elaine Smith, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Brian David Smolnick, Associate of Applied Science, Technology, Alternative Energy, magna cum laude. Kaylee Hope Spradlin, Associate of Science, Nursing, cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Eric Lamar Stafford, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Justice Nicole Stanley, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. Laura Marie Stein, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Cassandra May Sullivan, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Rhonda K. Sullivan, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Noah Eugene Taylor, Associate of Science, Pre-Engineering, summa cum laude. Landon James Teeter, Associate of Arts, General Studies, summa cum laude, Phi Theta Kappa. John William Terry, Associate of Arts, Health Professions, Radiographer, summa cum laude, DAR Honors Program. Crystal M. Tharp, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kendra Cole Thompson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Ryan James Tompkins, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Gabriel W. Troboff, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kevin Landon Tyler, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Brandy Nicole Underwood, Associate of Science, Nursing. Rebecca Annette Utley, Associate of Applied Science, Health Information Technology. Dylan James Vander Bogart, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Mi Ven, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. DeAndre Romero Vilmar, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Rachel Lynn Wade, Associate of Science, Agriculture, magna cum laude. Lacey Danielle Wake, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing, cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Ellie Jo Walker, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Johanna R. Walkup, Associate of Science, Nursing, magna cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Samuel Joseph Wallen, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Kanan T. Watson, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Kelsey Lynn Watson, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. Kristen Kalin Weaver, Associate of Science, Business. Anthony Shane Weisbrod, Associate of Arts, General Studies, magna cum laude. April Nicole Welsh, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Lanessa D. Wheeler, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Amanda Dawn White, Associate of Science, Agriculture, cum laude. Kelly Marie Wiedemann, Associate of Arts, General Studies, summa cum laude. Jaden Evan Wiley, Associate of Science, Business. Ashlyn Lindsay Williams, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Drayden Joe Williams, Associate of Arts, General Studies, Associate of Science, Nursing. Janelle Dora Williams, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Amy Barton Winstead, Associate of Science, Nursing, cum laude, Alpha Delta Nu. Casey Lynn Wood, Associate of Arts, General Studies. Aaron G. Wright, Associate of Arts in Teaching, Elementary Education. Rachel Lauren Wright, Associate of Applied Science, Child and Family Development, magna cum laude. Megan Dawn Zitter, Associate of Arts, General Studies, cum laude. Associate of Science, Nursing, Alpha Delta Nu.
Congratulations, graduates. I'm Dr. Angela Toddy and have the privilege to be the Dean of Student Services for Missouri State West Plains. In fall 2018, I spoke to many of you at Convocation as you completed your first week of college. I am so thankful that I have the chance to be the final speaker today to say, you did it. On that day, I spoke of your dreams, your goals, and pushed you to recognize that there would be barriers and tough days that you would have to push through. Though none of us realized it would be through a pandemic, you did it. You made a commitment, you showed that you have the resiliency to tackle those hard days, and now you've accomplished something that no one can take away from you, your education. You are a college graduate. The last part of any commencement ceremony is the turning of the tassel. Graduates will take the tassel and move it from the right to the left to signify graduation. Today we celebrate you turning your tassel. This day is the beginning for many of you. Whether you're continuing your education or entering the workforce, your possibilities are endless. Thank you for choosing to share this time with us. It has been an honor and a privilege to have you as a part of our campus family. And as is true for any family, please come back and visit, because I want to hear all the ways that you change your world. Congratulations.